I don't know if you can see my flower or not. So I have the flower laid in over there in pencil. So now the next thing I want to do is I need to put some white gesso on it because I want this to really stand out, and the white gesso will do that the best, because then when I put color on it, the gesso will suck it in. Okay, so I have my Liquitex gesso. I am just going to put some on a little palette. So I saved my paper plates. This is so dry. At some point it'll be like a mountain. So there's the gesso. I'm going to try a round brush. It's a number 5 round. I am wetting it and I blotted it off on the paper towel. So now I am just going to paint those leaves. I'm going to paint them individually so that they start to get their form. Okay, so you go do that too. And it's probably going to need 2 coats. And gesso dries really, really fast. When you're painting your petals, follow the line of the petal that you are painting. Doesn't have to be perfect. Turn the page as you're painting so it is at a comfortable angle for you. Okay, so I got all of the petals, first coat, and you can actually see the colors coming up from underneath, but I still don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, a little bit. I see it. I see it. But I think I'm still going to give it another coat of the gesso. It needs to be dry before you put on the next coat, or the next coat will not stick. It'll just make a hole. So let me do that. And you do it too. It dries really fast. That's good. All right, time for the next coat. Yeah, I'm getting a nice solid white now. First layer was transparent, and now it is opaque. Can't believe I remembered those terms. So I have the whole flower painted in gesso. It has 2 coats on it. And the colors still show up from the bottom. But you know what? I think that's okay, because that is sort of like a layer of color. And there is more stuff that is going to go on that. So the next thing that we need to do is we're going to put in a stem. And because the stem is probably going to be green, we're going to sketch it in. So get your pencil, your soft leaded pencil. Just sketch in a stem. And it's going to be a little bit thick because it is a big flower. So just do short strokes. You have more control if you do it that way. Just short strokes side by side to make your stem. All the way to the bottom. Okay, that looks good. And then, I don't know what it's called, but at the bottom of the flower there's this thing. I don't even know what to call it. It's like part of the stem. Alright. Now I'm going to decide if whether or not, what kind of leaves I want. I think I may just use the same pattern as the petal if I can find my pattern. Okay, so here is the pattern of my petals, and you know what, I'm going to put a black mark around this so you can see it better. You know what, I think those leaves need to be a little bit smaller, so a good quality eraser, and because it's a soft pencil, it's taking my guidelines right off. No problem, no smudging, no nothing. Perfect. We're going to make this just a little bit smaller. So get some paper, fold it in half, and we'll have to put that onto cardstock. Okay, so I made my pattern. Now I will go and put those leaves on the stem, just touching the stem. Okay, so I have the 3 leaves, and I'm going to save. The reason I just didn't cut that petal down to make the leaf petal is because I am probably going to need these later to use them as a mask. And if you're familiar with masking, you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you're not, you will be seeing masking later in the video. So now what I need to do is I need to paint in with the gesso the stem and the leaves. So you do that too. It's probably going to take 2 coats. And here we go. Okay, so I gave it 1 coat of gesso. And I think I'm going to leave it because I believe when I put on the next coat, it's going to be a darker color, and it's just gonna be fine because the paint will have something to grip onto. Okay, so we're all set for now. You finish that up.